Let's be brutally honest. The word weaknesses is triggering. It's controversial. And that's why we need to have this conversation. This is not a video to attack, shame, or exploit women. Men who do that are low value, and they will always lose in the long run. This is a video for the man who wants to understand. It is a deep dive into the female psychological operating system, the primal wiring that creates specific vulnerabilities that most men are completely blind to. When you don't understand this operating system, her behavior will seem chaotic, irrational, and confusing. You will be constantly reacting, always one step behind. But when you understand it, you can lead. You can provide the strength where she is vulnerable. You can become a man of profound competence and attraction. We are not talking about flaws. We are talking about the psychological blueprint. These are the 7 female weaknesses you must understand. To understand these weaknesses, you must stop thinking of them as personal character flaws and start thinking of them as ancient evolutionary software. This is the wiring that has helped women survive and reproduce for millennia. It is not logical, it is biological. It prioritizes emotional safety, social harmony, and genetic security above all else. Your job is not to judge this software. Your job is to understand it so you can interact with it effectively. The first and most critical vulnerability is a reliance on emotional reasoning. This means that, for many women, her feelings create her reality. If she feels like you are being distant, then to her, you are being distant, regardless of the logical facts. The psychology. The female brain, particularly the limbic system, is highly attuned to emotional and social data. This makes her incredibly intuitive, but it can also mean her perception of a situation is dictated by her current emotional state, not by objective reality. The high-value man's response. You do not argue with her feelings. You become the calm, logical anchor. You validate her feeling. I can understand why you would feel that way, before you calmly present the facts. But my intention was this. You are the rock in her emotional ocean. A man who gets emotional and argues back has just entered her frame and lost. Number 2, a deep need for social validation. A woman's sense of self-worth and safety is often deeply intertwined with her social standing and the approval of her peer group. This creates a deep, primal need for social validation. The psychology. For thousands of years, a woman's survival depended on her being accepted by the tribe. Ostracization meant death. This wiring is still active. She needs to feel that she is liked, that she is approved of, and that her choices are validated by her social circle. The high-value man's response. He understands this need but does not become a dancing monkey for her approval. He provides his own powerful validation through his presence and leadership. He is not threatened by her friends' opinions. He has the social intelligence to win them over. He leads her and her social circle follows. Number 3, a subconscious drive for stability testing. This is what men call tests. It is a woman's subconscious and sometimes conscious drive to test your masculine frame. She will create small storms of chaos, drama, or disagreement to see if you will break. The psychology. Her biology is asking a simple question. Is this man a safe harbor? Is he a rock I can build my life on? Or is he a leaf in the wind? She needs to know that you are unshakable before she fully invests her trust and her future in you. Your reaction to her tests is everything. The high-value man's response. He passes the test with unshakable calm. He does not get angry. He does not get needy. He sees the test for what it is. He often meets it with humor or a calm, assertive boundary. He proves that his emotional state is not dependent on her, and in doing so, makes her feel profoundly safe. Number 4, hyper-susceptibility to social proof. Related to social validation, this is a woman's tendency to be powerfully influenced by the choices and opinions of others, especially other women. This is social proof. The psychology. If a man is desired by other women, he is perceived as being more valuable and safer. If her friends approve of you, she will feel more confident in her choice. This is an evolutionary shortcut to determining a man's value. The high-value man's response. He does not brag about other women. He simply builds a life where he is a respected and desired man. He has high-quality male and female friends. His value is not something he has to talk about. It is demonstrated by the company he keeps. He is the prize that other people want. Number 5. The solipsistic blind spot. Solipsism is the philosophical idea that one's own mind is all that is known to exist. Psychologically, it manifests as a blind spot where a person struggles to see a reality outside of their own emotional experience. The psychology. This is why a woman can sometimes seem completely oblivious to your perspective in a conflict. She is so immersed in her own emotional reality that yours can seem invalid or non-existent. The high-value man's response. He does not get frustrated trying to make her see his logic. He understands he is speaking a different language. He stops talking and starts acting. He leads with decisive action. He sets a boundary. He walks away. His actions create a new reality that she is forced to respond to, which is far more effective than trying to win a logical argument. Number 6. An innate pull towards hypergamy. Hypergamy is the tendency to date or marry a person of a higher social or economic status. This is not about being a gold digger. It is a deep, primal survival strategy. The psychology. A woman is biologically wired to seek the best possible provider and protector for herself and her potential offspring. She is innately attracted to a man who is on an upward trajectory, a man with ambition, competence, and a plan. A man who is stagnant is seen as a genetic dead end. The high-value man's response. He does not try to impress her with money. He focuses on his mission and purpose. He is relentlessly building his own empire. His ambition is for himself, not for her. She is simply and powerfully attracted to the man he is becoming. Her hypergamous instinct is a natural byproduct of his own self-improvement. Number 7. A proneness to the emotional high. The final vulnerability is a woman's proneness to being swept away by a powerful emotional experience. The psychology. A man who can create a powerful emotional high through an incredible date, a moment of deep vulnerability, or intense passion can temporarily bypass all of her logical defenses. This is why women sometimes fall for the bad boy who is exciting over the good guy who is stable. The high-value man's response. He understands this, but he does not live there. He is capable of creating those incredible emotional highs, but his true value is in his unshakable consistency. He is the exciting adventure, but he is also the safe harbor she can always return to. He provides both the passion and the peace, which is the ultimate combination that makes him irreplaceable. Emotional reasoning, social validation, stability testing, social proof, the solipsistic blind spot, hypergamy, and the emotional high. This is not a list of flaws to be exploited. It is a map of her reality. It is a guide that shows you where she is vulnerable, and therefore, where you must be strong. Where she is emotional, you must be logical. Where she seeks validation, you must be the source of it. Where she tests, you must be unshakable. Where she follows, you must lead. The ultimate purpose of understanding a woman's weaknesses is to understand where you must be a better man. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 weaknesses do men most often fail to understand, leading to their own failure? Drop the number in the comments. If this video gave you a new psychological blueprint, do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe for more no BS psychology, and hit that notification bell. Understand her reality. Master your own. I'll see you in the next one.